In the vast and intricate world of Hindu mythology, the Mahavidyas stand as powerful manifestations of divine wisdom. Among them, one figure remains enigmatic, feared, yet deeply revered, Dhumavati, the goddess of the void. She is the embodiment of loss, detachment, and ultimate transcendence. But behind her fearsome appearance lies a profound spiritual lesson, one that teaches us the true nature of impermanence, the hidden power of suffering, and the transformative wisdom of embracing the void. Dhumavati is one of the 10 Mahavidyas, the Tantric goddesses who represent various aspects of the divine feminine. Unlike the more commonly venerated goddesses like Lakshmi or Parvati, Dhumavati is an outcast, an anomaly, an aged widow draped in tattered, smoke-colored garments, traveling upon a horseless chariot or accompanied by a lone crow. Her name derives from the Sanskrit word dhuma, meaning smoke. This connection to smoke is significant. It represents the remnants of something once burning, a trace of what was, lingering in the air, but never fully graspable. Dhumavati is the formless, the fleeting, the wisps of existence beyond comprehension. Dhumavati's appearance is stark and unsettling. She is old, emaciated, and clad in soiled white garments. Her eyes hold the weight of untold sorrow, and her presence evokes an eerie silence. Her symbols speak volumes. Widowhood. She embodies the state of being severed from worldly attachments, a life detached from societal norms of beauty and auspiciousness. The crow. A messenger of death and the unknown, the crow represents transition, transformation, and the bridge between the worlds. The horseless chariot, symbolizing aimlessness in conventional life, yet absolute direction in the spiritual path. She exists outside of the structured paths of society, urging us to seek deeper truths beyond mundane existence. Her unsettling form is not to instill fear, but rather to challenge us, to confront the aspects of life that we often shy away from: loss, suffering, and the unknown. Like all great deities, Dhumavati has her own origin myths, each steeped in symbolic meaning. One tale tells of her arising from the ashes of Sati, the first wife of Shiva, who immolated herself in an act of defiance. Dhumavati is the lingering void left behind, the smoke that remains after the fire has been extinguished. Another legend speaks of her immense hunger. Once, in her ravenous state, she devoured her own husband, Lord Shiva. As a consequence, she was cursed to eternal widowhood. While shocking, this story serves as a powerful metaphor. It is the destruction of illusion, the devouring of the ego, and the breaking away from attachments. In widowhood, she is free, unbound by traditional roles, existing beyond the cycle of worldly desires. Though Dhumavati is often associated with misfortune, those who look deeper will find that she is a goddess of profound wisdom. She represents transcendence of illusions. She teaches that attachment to the material world is temporary and that suffering itself can be a gateway to enlightenment. Wisdom through suffering. Through hardship, loss, and isolation, one finds the deepest insights. It is in our darkest moments that we come closest to realizing our true nature. The power of solitude. Unlike other goddesses associated with wealth, fertility, and family, Dhumavati embraces solitude. She calls upon us to find strength in isolation, to embrace our own company, and to seek inner truths away from societal validation. These are not lessons exclusive to Dhumavati. In fact, they echo spiritual truths found across diverse religious traditions. Jesus Christ teaches redemption and awakening through suffering, encouraging followers to embrace trials as paths to deeper faith and detachment from worldly illusions. The three purities of Taoism represent the formless Tao and guide practitioners toward detachment, alignment with impermanence, and spiritual harmony. Kuntu Zangpo in Bonn. Spirituality embodies primordial purity and mirrors Dhumavati's void, urging us to recognize our untainted, divine nature beyond defilement. Indigenous deities of sacrifice reveal the sacredness of loss, demonstrating that suffering and death can lead to rebirth and spiritual renewal. Tawhid in Islam speaks of divine unity, where surrender to the oneness of God requires letting go of material distractions and focusing on eternal truths. Chhinnamasta, another Mahavidya, mirrors Dhumavati's fierce wisdom by symbolizing ego death and the shedding of identity for higher realization. These global parallels remind us Dhumavati's path is not isolated, but part of a universal current flowing through humanity's spiritual quest. Dhumavati's worship is unconventional, much like the goddess herself. She is often venerated by those who seek spiritual liberation, wisdom, and power beyond the material world. Her devotees include renunciates, widows, and seekers of higher knowledge. Her rituals often involve offerings of black sesame seeds, mustard oil, and unripe fruits, symbols of detachment and austerity. Meditation upon her form, focusing on the dissolution of ego and material attachments. Recitation of her mantras, such as Dum Dum Dhumavati Svaha, invoking her transformative energy. Unlike other deities, who are prayed to for wealth, health, or love, Dhumavati grants a different kind of boon: freedom from illusion, strength in adversity, and ultimately, moksha, or liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Dhumavati's lessons are profound and deeply relevant in today's world. She teaches us that loss is not an end, but a beginning. Every ending carries the seed of transformation. The void is not empty, it is full of potential. By embracing stillness, we allow new growth to emerge. True wisdom is born from suffering. Life's greatest lessons come not from comfort, but from challenge. These teachings aren't random. They are echoes of a deeper spiritual pattern found across civilizations and faiths. From Christ's crucifixion to the Taoist retreat from form, from Chhinnamasta's self-sacrifice to Kuntu Zangpo's pristine awareness, the message is consistent. Through surrender, detachment, and transformation, we find truth. She is the reminder that suffering, detachment, and even loneliness can be powerful gateways to spiritual awakening. The void she represents is not something to fear, but something to enter willingly, because beyond that emptiness lies ultimate freedom. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mysteries of Dhumavati. If you found this video enlightening, consider subscribing to explore more hidden and powerful histories of the divine. Until next time, remember, the void is not to be feared, it is to be embraced, and stay curious.